Welcome back. School is almost back in session, and our sponsors at Bryant and Stratton College have their eye on education. Here to tell us how they make sure their curriculum and campus stay student-centered is Dean of Instruction, Ty Wilson. Hi, Ty. Thanks so much for joining me.
Hello, Chelsea. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I want you to start off by telling us what has Bryant and Stratton done to ensure its students stay engaged throughout their academic journey.
So thank you so much for that question. So at Bryant and Stratton, we personalize the student-centered approach. And so it's really, really important for us to ensure that every student voice is heard. We want to make sure that it's not just enough for them to attend school, but actually engage. And so we have a check-in, check-out where no other college provides this, but each student gets to check in with me once a week, one-on-one. I want to make sure that you're good. If you're a single parent, I want to make sure you have daycare providers. I want to make sure if you have a home situation, a homeless situation, I want to make sure that you're stabilized. So I take that approach very, very seriously, and I want students to know that I'm investing into their future.
Okay, wow, all righty. Well, how is Bryant and Stratton working to improve graduation rates among its students as well?
So we have a robust support network, and so we believe in moving the graduation needle. And so overall, holistically, we want to make sure that each student feels like they're supported. We want to make sure that each student has counseling. We want to make sure that every student has a hot meal. I know that sounds a little crazy.
No, that's big.
But here in Western New York, we believe that a student can only go as far as they believe in themselves. So what we try to do is we have a student ambassador program. And so each student is accountable for his or her learning. Each student allows campus-wide programs and initiatives. And so they actually come with these ideas and these proposals, and then we initiate them.
Very nice. Okay. Well, let's talk about how or what is Bryant and Stratton's dual modality approach and how that benefits your students.
And so I want to tell you just a quick story, Chelsea. So in January, when we had that storm, every school pretty much was closing. Bryant and Stratton, we believe in being innovative. And so while every other school was closed, we stayed open. We made sure that each student had some sort of Wi-Fi, so online instruction. We believe that these students were still going towards their goal. And so while everyone else was closed, we stayed open. We ensured these students, again, had a warm place to stay, had the energy and the motivation to continue their studies, because we want them to stay on track for graduation. And so overall, we want to make sure that each student feels, again, like they're supported.
Okay, so that dual modality is really not just focusing on the education and what they're doing in the classroom, it is really making sure that their overall campus life is taken care of.
Yes, so we provide online instruction, remote, and in person. And so when the storm happened, we made sure that we didn't close off anything, because those students still need that interaction. They still need that peer-to-peer. They still need that instruction module.
So how do you engage with the local community and support students outside of the classroom?
So that's a great question. Every month, we have about 3 or 4 chefs come into our campus to provide hot meals and samples for our students. We also we actually have leadership speaker series. So each series come in, we have a speaker come in, and they actually talk about topics that the students really want to talk about. And so we have mental health. We have students who focus on their overall well-being, their tutoring needs, you name it. And so it's an umbrella of things that we provide, a plethora.
Very nice. Okay. Now, what role does leadership play in the success of your students?
And so at Bryant and Stratton, we believe in transformational leadership. We believe in innovation. And so overall, we believe in holding each student accountable. So we don't believe in hey, you mess up, that it's over for you. No, we believe that, hey, we're going to give you about 45 chances, whatever we need to do to ensure that this student leaves from Bryant and Stratton feeling accomplished, they feel safe, they feel secure, and overall they feel like they're reaching their goals.
And that also will help with the graduation success, right?
You got it, Chelsea. And so overall, we just want to make sure that each student, again, their voice is heard, that once they enroll, we ask them questions. Hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? And we try to create an individualized support plan to ensure those students stay on track.
Especially a school or an institution like Bryant and Stratton, you have people coming from different phases in their life, right? People that were in school at a time had to take a break to whatever that may be, get their life on track, raise a family, and want to give education a second try. And so that education journey doesn't look the same for everyone.
No,
right?
it does not. It does not. And so that's so great, Chelsea, that you brought that up. So again, we pride ourselves on the individualized approach. And so we have students who come in and, you know, their life may be a wreck. Right? And so I like to use this. We have A, B, and C. The A group is the students who they need your help every step of the way. And so they may ask you a whole bunch of questions during the instruction time. B students are the students who may ask 1 or 2 questions, but then with guided instruction, it'll be okay. Then there's C students, the students who are the overachievers, who get bored very, very easily, and they have their work prepared before they get to class. We try to make sure that there is differentiated instruction for all 3 of those groups so that no student is left behind.
Alrighty, Ty. Thank you so much for coming in and telling us more about it. And
Chelsea.
viewers, if you would like more information on all of the programs our sponsors at Bryant and Stratton College have to offer, just visit bryantstratton.edu. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you, Chelsea, for having me.